Hey y'all, welcome back to my Rifleman Reloaded. It's just me and Zach today. Zach's not going to be doing much talking, he's just going to be chilling out with us. Today I'm going to be going over my everyday carry gun and why I chose it, why I like it. I ain't going to bore you with the history on it, but we are going to go over why I like this pistol. So I'm going to start out. It's a Taurus G2C. Amazing gun. A little snappy in that I have done some modifications to it. I do like the fact that it's light, it's carry, and it's affordable. Especially if you're on a budget and you want to protect yourself and you want to get a firearm. The Taurus G2C or the G2C, amazing guns, best quality for your dollar, basically. I have modified mine. I have a Valkyrie 2 LED light on it, as you can see. I also have a aftermarket rubber grip that I got from Amazon from a company called Clogo Rubber Grip. So it'd give you a little bit of extra grip, because I know sometimes on the back of these pistols they'll rub your thumb raw. So I wanted to try to combat that with this. I also do have some Trillium night sights. They're aftermarket night sights. I think the company's called Vic Up Fiber Optic Green Sights. If I butchered it, I'm sorry. Some of these
Amazon companies.
Yeah, they
have interesting names.
Yeah, they do. But I got that. Then if you were looking for, Amazon also has the special Kydex case for the light if you decide to get a G2C and add the Valkyrie 2 light to it. So, and they also have aftermarket stuff for like extra mags and stuff like that. But I want to tell you why I like this pistol. Like I said, first of all, it's budget friendly. I know a lot of people are in a tight spot, they want to protect themselves, but they don't have a lot of money. That's where this gun comes in handy. A lot of people talk bad about Taurus. My first gun was a Taurus PT-111 Millennium. I still have that. It sits in my bedroom right next to my Bible. It was my first pistol that I ever bought myself, and I gave it to my wife after a few number of years when I started upgrading my pistols. So it's a pretty accurate gun. I wouldn't recommend carrying around a chamber if you're not qualified. And by qualified I mean you haven't gone through gun safety or you haven't been around firearms all your life. Me, I've been around firearms all my life. My father's former military. I have friends that are military. I've been through a bunch of the classes through NRA and stuff. So I consider myself highly qualified to be able to carry one in the chamber.
And also comfortable.
Yes, because believe it or not, if you go on YouTube, you can find things where when people come to attack you, how long it takes to rack it or throw that safety off. But enough about that. So the gun, very comfortable. For us bigger people, it's kind of, with big hands, it does kind of bite sometimes, but the good thing is it comes with two different mags. It comes with a flat mag, and then it comes with a little bit of an extension on the mag. So you get that little bit of extra grip, because I know I have a hard time sometimes gripping it because I have big hands, and as you see, this it's unloaded. So, but as you see, the way it sits, my hand is big. So, but other than that, if you're looking for a decent, I'd say a little bit more than decent, wouldn't you say?
Budget-friendly gun.
Budget-friendly gun that's going to defend yourself or defend your home. I'd say go with the Taurus G2 series or the G2-3 or the new G2-4 that they've come out with. Pretty much all of them are pretty simple to clean. Make sure your chamber is clear. I always make sure my chamber's cleared about 3 or 4 times before I go to clean mine. Because I've had, you just got to make sure it's cleared, make sure the safety's off. There's a button on it, you push down and you pull the slide forward, and then press the trigger, and it comes right off, and you're able to get everything to clean it. You got any?
Yeah. So, what I want to talk about is first, where is this a trigger safety weapon? Is that the only safety that's for this?
It's actually dual.
Okay.
Has a dual safety on it.
All right.
You have the, is that called ambidextrous?
Yes.
Ambidextrous safety, where you can do it that way. And then it has a 2-stage trigger pull.
Nice.
So, boom, boom.
No, that's nice. So,
But if you don't click that in,
you can't pull that.
you can't pull that trigger. You have to
Seat it.
Yeah, you have to actually pull it back. So it's got 2 safety mechanisms on it. You got the ambidextrous, and you actually got the finger one. So if you don't push it in, I know you won't be able to see it, but I'm pretty sure Zach in editing can zoom in on it. There's a little lip right there on the trigger system. That has to be pulled down to be able to fire this weapon. If you don't, you're not doing anything.
So, when it comes to everyday carry firearms, whether it be a Glock, Taurus, 1911, a revolver, excuse me, find out what's comfortable for you. I always recommend if like someone's new to firearms, go to a gun shop, go to a gun show, and ask the seller, hey, can I see if you're interested in actually buying it. Can I pick this up? Because the last thing you want is make a purchase that you're not going to be comfortable even handling, let alone shooting yet. So, Will's EDC is, a Taurus, and that's fine. It's budget friendly. The history of Taurus is that they're known to be the blue collar pistol.
Yeah.
Okay, they made Taurus clones of the Beretta 92 FS, which is also the civilian version of the Beretta M9. They also had clones of the 1911. And I mean, honestly, you can pick up a 1911. I recommend for a cheap one, Rock Island. But if someone likes Taurus, get a Taurus 1911, because my EDC, first of all, it's empty. But my EDC, this is a little bit more of an expensive 1911. This is a Springfield Armory. So the pros and cons between each pistol is that this is more expensive. Con, it's a lot more heavier to carry. This will pull down your pants.
Yeah.
Okay. Con 1911s are, you can get them rechambered in other calibers such as 22, 9mm, etc.
Yeah.
You're holding, you said 13 rounds in that magazine.
Well, 12 in the mag,
So
and 1 in the chamber. Yeah.
Okay, so 13 total. Well, I can hold 8, 7 in the magazine, 1 in the chamber. So safety features are unique. The only thing that my EDC has that yours doesn't, and this is not a con, is the grip safety.
Yeah.
That's another something you have to worry about. Now with 1911, I feel more comfortable with the round end chamber. That's just me because of all the safety features that comes with this, but we're not here to talk about 1911 today. What I want to point out is that you shouldn't fault a company because that's what someone can afford. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For example, the Mossberg, right?
Yep.
Mossberg makes I would love to is the 500 or I think it's the 509 with the bayonet lug. It looks so awesome. Or the Retro Series. The Retro Series starts off at minimum $900. Or I could buy Maverick 88.
Yeah.
It's the exact same shotgun minus the safety feature. And this goes with firearms all across. So you're going to find companies like 6 Hour. 6 Hour, I consider a clone company. People might get mad at that. I really don't care. If you copy a pistol, you're a clone company. Okay? And that's not to be mean. That's not to be derogatory whatsoever. What it's to do is to show you that there's different tiers of firearms. You have your high grade and you have your low grade.
Yeah.
High grade, you're spending a lot of money for a pistol.
Oh yeah.
Low grade, it's more affordable. You can actually buy the pistol, buy a couple magazines, buy ammunition for it. So they both have their pros and cons.
Yeah. So it is a USA constructed gun.
Well, it's funny though. Kel-Tec is also made in United States, Florida.
Yeah.
And then Georgie's shotgun, who's not here today, unfortunately.
We miss you, man.
He does. I don't. I'm joking. Black Aces.
Yeah.
You know, they import their firearms through Florida. So Florida is considered a very prosperous firearms state.
Oh,
Thank
yeah.
God we live in the South.
Praise Hill, praise Bill.
Yeah, there you go. But no, I mean, the things that I like about your pistol is that you have somewhere you can at least mount an accessory such as a laser or a flashlight. Your sights are, correct me if I'm wrong, you can replace them.
Yes, like I said, I got at the house. I got the basically it's the version of the it's a cheaper version of Trillium. Come on, I mean I can't afford Trillium.
Tritium is very, 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 very expensive.
Yeah.
It's an expensive accessory, but it lasts for a long time.
Yeah, but
I love Tritium sights.
I mean, one day I would love to afford to put them on. Like right now, I have 2 everyday carries. I carry this one, and I carry my Springfield Hellcat. Which that one I try not to carry too much because it's got a red dot on top of it, and that one holds 16 plus 1.
We got to shoot that last time we went to the range.
Yeah.
It's a snappy pistol.
And I had to get a rubber grip for it too because it was hurting the back of my hand.
Yeah, I mean, so when it comes down to it, I mean, the Taurus is not a bad opportunity, especially when it comes to like when I go to gun shows, like the ones here in Florida. You know what I see mostly?
A lot of Tauruses.
A lot of Tauruses, but I'm seeing young males and young females buying Tauruses. I think it's a good entry-level gun. I really do.
Because you can get one for about, sometimes they have rebates on them. When they have rebates on them in Academy, you can get them for about $250.
Not bad.
A quality pistol that's going to possibly save your life if you need it to. I know, I mean, Zach's seen all my pistols. I mean, I got this one, I got the Hellcat, and I got a 45 Smith & Wesson. But I tend not to carry the 45 Smith & Wesson too much because it's a little bit heavier and yeah.
Well, I mean, yes. So the difference between a 45, whoa.
Earthquake.
So the difference between a 45 and 9mm, you're absolutely right. So you got to think a standard target load for a 45 ACP, you're looking at 870 FPS average. We're talking about 9mm, you're looking anywhere between 950 and up, like talking about 1100, maybe even possibly 1200 depending on the load.
Yeah.
So yeah, a 45 is when it comes to plate carriers, 45 is practically almost useless, especially if it's a hollow point. Yeah. But 9mm has more penetrating power, has a lot more velocity, has a lot more speed, but doesn't have that stopping power of 45. So I mean, pick your poison. What else do you want?
I think we've about covered it today for what we were going to do. Of course, we're going to do further episodes of stress tests and stuff on our weapons. That's going to come later on in the channel when we can afford to replace them.
I was looking at you like, I didn't sign up for this.
But if you're looking for a good gun that's going to get you by and is going to keep you safe, go with Taurus. I swear to all that's good and holy, please do not buy a high point. You're looking at nothing but a paperweight.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually interested in the high point 10mm carbine. I'm actually interested in that.
I'm talking about pistol-wise. The pistol looks like a big old brick.
It is a big brick.
And I'm sorry if anybody has one of those and I'm not knocking you. I'm not knocking you because I know they're priced well. Just when it comes to reliability, I wouldn't. Myself, I would not trust it.
I only trust the firearm that's won 2 world wars. That would be the 1911.
And eventually I will be getting a 1911, but right now we're just going to, I'm going to do one. And then another pistol that I'm looking at getting for the channel is probably going to be the PSA Dagger. It's supposed to be a clone of the Glock, but I want to get it and I want to test it and I want to see how it does. And I'm going to compare it to Georgie, who actually has a Glock. I know he's not here right now. Usually he'd be the monkey in the middle between us. But he's not here with us tonight, but he has a Glock and I want to do a test between the Dagger and the Glock. No. So that will be future episodes.
The thing is, we got to figure out what variant his Glock is. If it's because the Dagger's the clone of the 3rd generation Glock.
Yeah.
I think he has a 3rd generation Glock.
Yeah.
But I mean, to make it fair, let's hope it's the 3rd generation
Glock.
Yeah. But yeah, so if you have a tight budget, like most people do, there's really nothing wrong with Taurus, and there's really nothing wrong with High Point, especially if blue collar worker. You know what I mean? I'm a blue collar worker just as much as the next guy is. So get what you're comfortable with. Go to a gun range, or not gun range, excuse me. Go to a gun show. Go to a gun shop. Pick out pistols. Ask to hold them. Feeling is everything. Like my dad told me that, like kind of like guitars are like girls. Every guitar is different. You got to pick up each one and feel them.
And see which feels comfortable.
Guitars, not the girls. So same thing with the pistols.
Yeah.
Find what you like. Find what you're comfortable with. You're gonna get judged no matter what you buy.
Yeah.
That's just how we are as human beings. People go, oh, it's a Taurus.
Yeah. And most gun ranges actually have where you can rent these firearms and test them yourself. You just have to buy the ammo and rent the gun. I would suggest doing that as well. Find a local gun range, see if they can rent guns, and see which guns that you want to try. Now, another thing, for a lot of ladies that don't have a lot of grip strength, like my wife and my mother and all them, a good pistol for y'all to try is a Easy Shield from Smith & Wesson. It's easy to rack, a lot less complicated than some of the guns that we have. But for ladies that's getting into shooting and you don't have a lot of strength to rack the pistol, I would suggest an Easy Shield 9mm.
I only like girls who like 1911s. That's my preference. No, I think that's all I have to say about the Taurus. Yeah. I mean, you showed everything you had. You talked pretty high of it, which is good. You showed the safety features. You explained the safety features for it. That's something as a shooter I want to know.
Y'all be safe out there and enjoy your evening whenever you watch this. Have a great night, and we're Riflemen Reloaded, and we're here to stay.
Bye.
Toodles.
Yeah, let me stop it. Connection failed. So I'm gonna have to do this manually again.
Hey, this is what makes the funny parts with the clips.
Yeah, the real stuff, like these apps from Canon not working, and I have to get up from my comfortable chair to go turn off the camera again.